Ever wonder what food item can literally outlive your great-grandchildren? I'm talking about food so tough, archaeologists are still eating them after digging them up from ancient ruins. Today, we're diving into the world's most indestructible edibles, the kind that laugh in the face of expiration dates and make your emergency kit bulletproof. Whether you're preparing for natural disasters, economic uncertainty, or just tired of those midnight grocery store runs, these foods are your insurance policy. We've got 20 incredible options here, ranked from really good to absolutely mind-blowing. Trust me, when you see what takes the #1 spot, you'll probably have some sitting in your kitchen right now. Let's kick things off at number 20. Number 20. White rice. The immortal grain. White rice. The humble grain that's basically immortal. When stored correctly, this stuff can survive for 3 decades, maybe longer. And I'm not exaggerating here. Archaeologists have actually found perfectly edible rice in ancient burial sites that's thousands of years old. How's that for a shelf life? The secret lies in its processing. White rice gets stripped of all the oils that cause food to go bad. Toss it in some airtight storage with oxygen absorbers, and you've got yourself a carbohydrate goldmine that'll outlast most survival scenarios. Plus, it's incredibly versatile. One day it's fried rice, the next, it's emergency porridge. During historical crises, rice became so valuable, people used it like currency. That's how much folks trust this grain. 119. Canned vegetables, the hidden lifesavers. Coming in at 19, we have canned vegetables. Now, I know what you're thinking. Canned veggies aren't exactly gourmet cuisine. But when fresh produce becomes a distant memory, that can of green beans suddenly looks like a 5-star meal. These little time capsules get vacuum sealed and cooked right inside the can, creating a sterile environment that keeps them fresh for 5 to 10 years, sometimes way longer. Here's a bonus you might not have considered. Canned vegetables are basically water bottles in disguise. When clean water becomes scarce, these veggies provide crucial hydration along with essential vitamins and minerals. Sure, the texture might not win any awards, but they're nutritional powerhouses wrapped in convenient metal packaging. Number 18. Honey. Nature's eternal sweetness. At 18, let's talk about nature's most magical preservative, honey. This golden treasure has been found in Egyptian tombs after 3,000 years and was still perfectly edible. No tricks, no gimmicks, just pure science. Honey's low moisture and high acidity create an environment where bacteria simply cannot survive. Store it in a sealed glass container, and it could literally last forever. But honey isn't just a sweet treat. It's been used medicinally for centuries, fighting infections, soothing sore throats, and helping with digestion. In survival situations, it can transform your basic rice and beans into something actually enjoyable. If it crystallizes over time, just warm it up and you're good to go. 17. Ramen noodles. The college survival secret number 17 might surprise you. Ramen noodles. Yes, those cheap college staples are actually survival superstars. Those tightly sealed packages can last up to 10 years when stored properly. I know it's not health food, but in emergencies, calories are everything, and ramen delivers quick energy with minimal preparation. The secret to ramen's longevity is its low moisture content and airtight packaging. Pro tip here: skip the styrofoam cups and go for the brick-style packages. Store them in airtight containers to protect against humidity and pests, and you've got a decade of backup carbs. But 16. White vinegar, the multi-purpose marvel. At 16, white vinegar proves that some things really do get better with age, or at least stay exactly the same. This acidic wonder literally never expires. Whether you bought it yesterday or a decade ago, vinegar remains vinegar. Its natural acidity makes it self-preserving, so it won't spoil, grow mold, or change flavor. Beyond cooking, vinegar is your multi-tool in liquid form. Need to pickle vegetables? Check. Clean your counters? Double check. Tenderize meat or treat a wasp sting? You bet. A few gallons can serve countless functions for years without any refrigeration needed. Number 15. Lentils, the underrated powerhouse. 15 brings us to the underrated champion, lentils. These tiny legumes might not look impressive, but they're nutritional powerhouses that can last 30 years when stored correctly. 3 decades without losing any nutritional value. That's practically immortal food right there. Lentils pack protein, fiber, iron, and complex carbohydrates into one small package. They cook faster than other beans and absorb flavors like culinary sponges. Toss in some spices or broth, and you transform these humble legumes into hearty, satisfying meals with minimal effort. Number 14. Powdered milk. The calcium champion. Number 14 is powdered milk. Not glamorous, but absolutely essential. Non-fat dry milk can last 20 years or more when stored properly, giving you all the benefits of regular milk without spoilage concerns. Studies show it maintains safety and nutrition for decades in cool, dry conditions. Sure, it doesn't taste exactly like fresh milk, but in emergencies, nutrition trumps flavor every time. Plus, it's incredibly versatile. Use it in coffee, cereal, baking, pancakes, and sauces. Once opened, seal it properly with oxygen absorbers to extend its life even further. 113. Salt, the eternal preservative. At 13, we celebrate salt, the eternal seasoning. This crystalline miracle has an infinite shelf life as long as it stays dry. But salt is way more than just flavor enhancement. It's been humanity's primary food preservation method for centuries, essential for curing meats, preserving fish, and fermenting vegetables. Your body literally cannot survive without salt. It's crucial for hydration, muscle function, and nerve signaling. When you're living off basic staples like rice and beans, salt transforms them from survival rations into actual meals. Choose plain salt over iodized varieties for maximum longevity. 12. Instant coffee, the morale booster. Number 12 might seem non-essential, but hear me out. Instant coffee. In crisis situations, maintaining morale is crucial, and caffeine can be a psychological lifesaver. Properly stored instant coffee lasts 20+ years without losing potency, and it's freeze-dried to perfection. No grinding, no fancy equipment needed, just add hot water and you've got alertness in a cup. It's lightweight, compact, and provides that slice of normalcy when everything else feels chaotic. Plus, caffeine can help suppress appetite, potentially stretching your food supplies further. 11. Canned meats, the protein powerhouse. 11 brings us to canned meats, the protein powerhouses of long-term storage. Whether it's chicken, tuna, or even Spam, these vacuum-sealed treasures can survive 5 to 10 years in your pantry, ready to eat straight from the can. The canning process sterilizes everything inside, creating a bacteria-free environment that prevents spoilage. They're calorie-dense and provide essential protein when fresh meat becomes unavailable. Throw them into stir-fries, salads, or stews, and you've got substantial, nourishing meals that'll keep you strong when times get tough. Number 10. Oats, the versatile energy source. At number 10, oats prove that simple doesn't mean inferior. These humble grains can last 30 years in proper storage. That's decades of hearty breakfast options without refrigeration. Don't let their basic appearance fool you. Oats are prepper gold. Packed with fiber, iron, and complex carbohydrates, oats provide sustained energy and excellent nutrition. Transform them into morning oatmeal, bake them into granola bars, or add them to soups and stews. They're light, easy to store, and absorb flavors beautifully, making them incredibly versatile for long-term meal planning. 9. Sugar, the sweet preservative. 9 might seem like a luxury item, but sugar is actually a survival essential. Properly stored sugar lasts indefinitely without spoiling, degrading, or losing flavor. But it's much more than just a sweetener. Sugar is a powerful preservation tool that's been used for centuries. Use sugar to preserve fruits as jams, create energy-dense syrups, or simply boost calories in your meals. During high-stress survival situations, your body craves quick energy, and sugar delivers instant fuel. Plus, a little sweetness can dramatically improve morale when everything else tastes bland and depressing. Number 8. Oils and ghee, the cooking foundation. At 8, cooking fats like oil and ghee become your culinary foundation. You simply cannot create satisfying, nutritious meals without some form of cooking fat. Vegetable oil lasts 2 to 3 years, while ghee can last even longer due to its low moisture content and high stability. These fats are essential for your body's energy and function. Plus, they make everything taste better. Ghee handles high heat cooking without breaking down, while oils are perfect for dressings, soups, or simply adding crucial calories to your diet when every calorie counts. 7. Freeze-dried and canned fruits, the sweet relief. 7 showcases freeze-dried and canned fruits, your sweet salvation when fresh options disappear. Freeze-dried fruits can last 25 years while retaining most of their flavor and nutrition. Unlike fresh fruit that spoils in days, these preserved versions sit patiently in your pantry for decades. They're perfect for snacking, adding to oatmeal, or incorporating into baking recipes. Canned fruits last 3 to 5 years and provide essential vitamins and natural sugars. Both options are lightweight, compact, and deliver that burst of sweetness that can lift spirits during difficult times. Number 6. Bouillon cubes, the flavor saviors. Number 6 brings us bouillon cubes, the tiny flavor bombs that transform bland survival meals into something actually enjoyable. When you're surviving on rice, beans, and canned vegetables, these concentrated cubes are absolute game changers, providing rich, satisfying flavor that makes basic ingredients shine. Bouillon cubes last 5 to 10 years, often longer, and they're incredibly lightweight and compact. Perfect for emergency kits or bug-out bags, they ensure your taste buds won't suffer even when your food options are limited. Never underestimate the psychological boost of a flavorful meal during stressful times. Number 5. MREs, the complete meal solution. At 5, meals ready to eat represent the ultimate in convenience and longevity. Originally developed for military use, MREs are complete, self-contained meals that require zero cooking. Each pouch includes main courses, snacks, condiments, and even dessert. Everything you need for a balanced meal. Properly stored MREs last 5 to 10 years, sometimes longer, and they're incredibly lightweight and portable. Perfect for bug-out bags, camping, or any situation where you need nutritious, shelf-stable meals that are ready to eat immediately. They take the guesswork out of emergency nutrition. 4. Wheat berries, the multi-tool grain. 4 introduces wheat berries, the ultimate survival multi-tool disguised as simple grain kernels. These unprocessed wheat kernels store for 30 years or more in airtight containers. And here's the brilliant part. Unlike flour, they don't go rancid or lose nutrients quickly. Store them whole and grind them into fresh flour only when needed. Want fresh bread? Grind your berries. Need hearty porridge? Soak and simmer, craving something chewy and nutritious. Add cooked wheat berries to salads. They're incredibly versatile and maintain their nutritional integrity for decades. 3. Hardtack, the indestructible biscuit. 3 brings us to hardtack, the legendary survival biscuit that's been feeding explorers, soldiers, and sailors for centuries. Made from just flour and water, hardtack can literally last for centuries when stored properly. It's not winning any taste awards, think chewing on a flour brick, but when everything else runs out, hardtack endures. This is the cockroach of the food world in the best possible way. Still standing, still edible, still ready to keep you alive when all other options are exhausted. Sometimes survival isn't about gourmet dining. It's about having something that absolutely will not quit on you. Number 2. Pemmican, the original superfood. At number 2, pemmican represents the original superfood, a timeless creation from indigenous North American peoples. Made from dried meat, rendered fat, and sometimes dried berries, pemmican delivers the perfect trifecta of nutrition. Protein, fat, and carbohydrates in one compact, calorie-dense block. Explorers, trappers, and warriors thrived on this stuff during long journeys where food was scarce. Properly stored pemmican lasts decades without refrigeration. It's like the original Power Bar minus fancy packaging and added sugars. Whether you're trekking through wilderness or building emergency supplies, pemmican is simple, efficient, and time-tested. 1. Peanut butter, the ultimate champion. And finally, our #1 survival food champion, the MVP that probably sits in your kitchen cabinet right now, peanut butter. Yes, good old-fashioned peanut butter takes the crown, and here's why it's absolutely perfect. Peanut butter checks every single survival food box. It's calorie-dense, packed with protein, loaded with healthy fats, and rich in essential nutrients like magnesium, vitamin E, and niacin. Just 2 tablespoons deliver nearly 200 calories of delicious, shelf-stable energy. In survival scenarios, that's pure gold. But here's what really makes peanut butter the ultimate winner. It needs zero refrigeration, lasts for years unopened, is ready to eat straight from the jar, and most importantly, it tastes amazing. In emergency situations, morale matters tremendously. A spoonful of peanut butter when you're stressed, cold, and exhausted isn't just food, it's psychological therapy. Spread it on crackers, stir it into oats, mix it with powdered milk, or honestly, just eat it straight from the jar. Crunchy or creamy, natural or classic, as long as it's sealed tight and stored in cool, dry conditions, peanut butter will always be there for you. So there you have it. 20 incredible survival foods that don't just last for decades but actually make sense to stockpile. Some are practical, some are ancient, and some are basically edible bricks. But every single one has earned its spot because when life gets complicated, they'll keep you fed, fueled, and maybe even smiling. No refrigeration required, no electricity needed. You're still eating well. Now go build that legendary pantry and thank me later when you're the most prepared person you know.